I am forever young and restless, but for now, this is my last Restless wrap up. And I don't know if you guys catch my cameo on Thursday's episode. Stay tuned for the Restless wrap up.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
We're young and restless.
And I can't believe you were on the show. I didn't catch that.
You didn't catch it?
I didn't. Which scene?
My mom didn't even catch it. But guys, welcome to the Restless wrap up. You guys are so amazing. Thank you for always tuning in and showing me such love and support. I love you all. I'm Abby Scott, your hostess with the mostest. And this is my amazing co-host.
Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Goodman. You can find me on Twitter or Instagram at Rach Goodman or on Facebook at Rachel Ann Goodman. And I'm definitely gonna miss Abby.
Aw, I love you.
I love you too.
You're awesome. Rachel is such if anyone is amazing to take over the show, it's you.
Thank you.
You're so genuine and amazing. And I'm really sorry that I must leave the Restless wrap up, and especially this week because I've worked on the show. I've worked on set a lot this week, and I don't even think my mom caught me on Thursday's episode. I did, and I took if you guys are following me on Instagram and Snapchat, you probably saw it. I took a little snapshot of it. I was in the underground scenes on Thursday. I believe it was Thursday, whenever they had the underground scenes with everybody and Victoria's awkward dancing. Yeah. And it had no music. By the way, they do not have music, so it was really awkward. She was just doing
her non-alcoholic drunken dancing.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I know they give you these really fruity looking drinks, but they're obviously non-alcoholic. But yeah. It's always awesome to be on set, and I love all the people on the show. And I'm going to miss everyone. Thank you for the love. Aaron, Demo, Jacob, Candace Mack, Hubby Joe, Aaron Brody, Andre, Jacob, Terrell, everybody. You guys have been so amazing, and you're the reason why I wanted to do the Restless wrap up and why I love doing the show. It's for you guys and for Rachel too. Yes. For everybody. It's just a love fest. But you guys are amazing, and I am going to miss you. But like I said, I'm not going anywhere. You could still find me on social media, and I'm still going to be on The Young and the Restless, and hopefully I will get on The Young and the Restless. Literally, the crew was just because I've been on and off doing small parts and background work on the show for on and off for 8 years, that the stage manager, he was like, I remember your first day.
Wow.
Tom, shout out to Tom, the stage manager at Young The Restless. He's awesome. I'm the fact that he remembered my first day, it was and the makeup artist, Robert, he watches the show, and he literally came up to me. He's like, I watched the Restless wrap up. It's so good, blah, blah, blah. And Melissa Ordway plays Abbey, watches it. So yeah, if they want to be on the show, we'll have them come on. What was I going to say? Sam, everyone's being so sweet. I love you guys. Thanks for all the love.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to everyone in the chat. When I've been here without Abby, it's the chat that keeps me going. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it, and I will definitely love to continue hearing your thoughts. So definitely keep coming back every Sunday because I'll be here, and I will be very excited to hear what you guys think going forward.
They're our digital co-hosts. That's what I call them. So it's when you're here by yourself, it's they're our co-hosts. So you guys are a part of the show. You're the co-host. So yes, the Restless wrap up is continuing, and Rachel is going to be the lead host. So it's going to be awesome. So you guys should definitely stay tuned. Demo said yes. YNR, they need to give Abby her full-time role, right? We need to make a campaign. I've been saying this. Aaron says, oh my God, I'm gonna miss you, Abby. Oh, I love you guys so much. It's a love fest, but we will talk about the storyline. But okay, we will eventually talk about the storyline this week because there's a lot going on.
And thank you, Demo. She said, we love you, Rachel.
Oh, yeah. They do love you. Oh,
thank
you.
They
love you. They love you. They love you a lot. Yeah, Demo. Demo's amazing. So let's talk about Kane and Juliet having a moment. A little bit of a moment when she showed him the baby. I don't know if it's as far as a moment that Juliet wants it to be. She was already picturing the white picket fence, and it's don't go far that far, girlfriend.
I really when I first started watching, it was right during the deposition and everything with Juliet. At first, I kind of liked her and felt bad for her, but knowing what I know now and seeing this scene, she really pissed me off because I just don't understand why she's trying to cause more drama. She got her settlement. Leave. You don't have to be here anymore. Kane already said he would be part of the baby's life. So I don't really understand why she's sticking around like this. And she clearly has an ulterior motive and is just trying to mess with Kane at this point.
Yeah, she wants to like ruin Kane's life, and she does it with such an innocence. Like, oh, but I'm just gonna hang around and like, you know, rub it in your kids' faces. Like the kids like don't like her. They don't like her at all.
And
like, you know.
That pisses me off too because okay, fine. She has her moments with Kane where he's clearly done things that were bad too. But when she keeps trying to talk to Charlie and the other kid and Maddie, that makes me angry because it's like, you know, just
don't involve
let
the
it.
kids,
Yeah. And when she just keeps saying, those were not my intentions. I did not mean for that to happen. Well, you know it happened, and it's just, I don't know, it just feels like it's not her place to talk to the children.
It's like adult issues that you shouldn't be putting on kids, kind of, sort of, really. And the kids are already going through so much. This is just another thing for them to go through. So I think that she should be giving everyone space, but it's a soap opera, so they want to, of course, don't give anyone space. And Kane's just being the biggest asshole in the world.
Yeah.
If he did one thing, he did a million things. And he really got himself in this mess. You know, he dug his own grave, and Lily should leave him for reals. And we are going to open up the phones if anyone wants to call in. I know Candace Mack wants to call in. You guys know the number. It's 424-253-0749. I probably said that way too fast, but for all the callers, you know, you can call us right here. But everyone's talking about it. Aaron Brody says, Juliet is clearly crazy. Demo says, yes, Aaron, I see Juliet going crazy down the line. She's Cuckooville. She doesn't have like a full set of tools.
Yeah.
I'm like, is that what you say? I always mess up I call them Abbeyisms. Hubby Joe says, Kane made up all of his mistakes by selling his car. What a great guy. Lily should take him back, right?
So how about that, like, I don't know, it was kind of like a Grease moment where they showed Kane and Lily together, like, in different...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we have a caller.
Cool.
Let's see who it is. Hello.
Hey.
Candace Mack.
Hey, it's Candace.
Hey, Candace.
Aw. Candace Mack.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl, hey. Love you, mean it.
Love you always. Hey, Rachel.
Hey,
girl.
Candace. How are you?
I'm good. How are you ladies?
We are doing good now that you called in. It's true. So we're talking right now about Kane and Juliet and about Kane selling his car and thinking that's going to, you know, win Lily over.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. This week with Kane Lily, I must admit that was some good writing. And I know that everybody is like, you know, still, I mean, I do agree Kane is being a jerk, but he's trying to make amends. He's trying to fix broken things. It's going to take him a while to do it. The reaction that he had to Juliet when Juliet was like, oh, look at my sonogram, look, oh. It was like, just looked like, you know, he just didn't care. It's like, okay, this is a constant reminder that I did what I did. And Juliet is living in a fantasy world to the point, like I said in the chat room, there's more to her than meets the eye. And I really hope that Young The Restless, considering now that they're changing the writers and whatnot, that they go and go into the storyline, because I think she's using Kane as a meal ticket. I think that she's using him as a getaway from whatever her past may be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just don't with Juliet, and even Hillary's made a comment, I think either last week or this week, where it was like, you expect miracles. You expect Kane and you to be together, or, you know, it's just, she's living in a fantasy world. I wish somebody would pop her bubble.
Pop your bubble.
And everything else. Yeah. And even with Lily, I mean, with Lily and Abbey, you know, in their conversation, which was a real girls talk. And,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Lily one of the things that a lot of Kane and Lily fans kept saying on social media is, all right, Kane and Lily has been down this road before. Why is the show giving them such a hard time? My take on it is that this is not like other times. Yeah, Kane has lied. I mean, that's been something he's been doing since he started the show. I mean, we all remember how Kane came on. He pretended to be somebody else.
Yeah, and Lily made reference to that, yeah.
Right, and Lily, accepted and still loves him. The difference is there was more to that meets the eye. So when she talked about the fact that Juliet can carry Kane's baby and she can't, that was, to me as a viewer, I was like, whoa, okay. Like, that was a deep moment.
Yeah, that was that was a strong moment. Great, acting from Crystal. It's like, wow.
I actually, as someone who's relatively new to the show, I didn't even realize that she had gone through everything like that. And so when I did some background, I read up on it a little bit when she referenced that, and I was like, wow, that makes what he did even worse. Yeah, and I would understand where she's coming from completely on that.
Yeah, because
she just feels betrayed.
I think she feels betrayed that she can't. I mean, it's one thing that Kane lied, but the fact that this girl is going around town with her husband's child, that she can actually go through. Juliet can go through the whole pregnancy without, knock on wood, anything happening. Lily can't do that. She already had a miscarriage, which I was surprised the show even remembered that before her cancer, Lily was pregnant and she had a miscarriage. So I was like, whoa, okay, they remembered that little bit of history, because everybody assumed that the twins was the first time that Lily tried to have a kid.
Yeah.
And I was just really, the emotions, and it was just really good for that storyline.
Yeah.
Because it made me really think. I was like, yeah, I mean, Kane lying, okay, that's one thing, but what's the real issue? And then when Lily said it, I was like,
yeah,
tears.
Yeah, it was such a heartbreaking moment, and especially because in all of this, it's almost like Kane has not stopped to think about how she would feel. Specifically with that, as her husband, he should have been ultra sensitive to the fact that she's been going through all this and tried to put himself more in her shoes. It's because it's bad enough that he's having a baby with another woman, but there's even more hurt involved because of the other background circumstances, and Kane didn't even bother to think of those things.
No, Kane's all about himself, 110%. He even when he's does those moments where he's like, oh, it's like, Kane, this is not all about you. Then you got yourself into this mess. It's not like you know what I mean. He's not taking responsibility. He's acting like, but Billy, but Juliet. It's like, you got yourself into this mess, And Lily's been punished enough. Lily needs to not take him back.
And
seriously.
Everything with his car, it's great that he did that, but it's almost like he expected her to forgive him based on that one action, and he expected, I feel like he didn't do it for them, he did it for himself so that he could have the validation of...
That's a narcissist.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree with that. I mean, but he's also seeing how it affects the children, but he's still not... I feel as though one of the things that the show needs to do, we really do need to know for the fact. We just need to know, did he really sleep with her or not?
And is it his baby?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they're going to drag that out.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. If they say that they didn't sleep together, okay, that's what kind of water under the bridge, but the fact remains, he lied so many times to not only Lily, not to his children, but his boss.
Yeah. His
workplace, was affected. So, him thinking about, he's pulling, quote unquote, a Billy Abbott by thinking about himself when he should be thinking about everybody else.
Yeah.
And that's the sad part about the story, is that Kane, preaches saying he wants his family to respect him, he wants the support and all that. You weren't thinking, like you guys said, he wasn't thinking about that. All he's thinking about is Kane. Can you tell I'm heated about this storyline?
What'd you say? Oh yeah. No, that's the one. Yeah, that's a storyline that a lot of people are heated about. It's like, Kane, come on, take responsibility for your actions. Stop being a little baby, you know.
And he just keeps doing it. How?
Oh, yeah.
A couple weeks ago, when he lied about the tuition and just went and sent the wire transfer.
He's an idiot.
How? Why? Like, why would he do that? Like, he knows how hard it was for Lily that he lied about sleeping with someone. And then he's just going to go and mess it up even more and just keep
He
lying.
lies too many times, and it's like, thank God she finally kicked him out. And it's like, if Juliet wants him, he should be lucky anyone wants him. Who would want a guy like that, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, you should be lucky
And I don't like...
to even get Juliet.
Even though I'm, like, Juliet is making me angry, but I still, when she talks to Kane, I still kind of feel bad for her in a sense, because he's giving her this cocky attitude, like everything's her fault, like she is the reason why he's in so much trouble.
Yeah.
No, he literally did this to himself from day one. He messed up the commercial, and now he has to live with everything that's happened as a result of this.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Well, Candace Mack, you know you're amazing. And thank you always for calling in. You're like, you know, you're amazing. You're the best.
You're amazing. You're amazing, Abbey. And, you know, best luck to you. I know you're still going to keep in touch with all of us.
Oh, absolutely.
Rachel, girl, you know I'm going to be calling. I'm still going to be calling.
Absolutely.
I ain't walking away. Don't worry.
Cool.
I'm going to be the other co-host.
That'll be awesome.
I was just about to say that. I was like, Candace can be your co-host.
Cool.
'Cause she's amazing.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, we'll keep talking.
Okay. Well, Abbey, it's been a pleasure. I'm giving you a hug over the phone right now. And love you, mean it.
Love
and
you,
you
mean
take
it.
care of yourself, okay?
Oh, you're amazing. Thanks, Candace Mack.
Bye,
Mwah.
Candace. Thank you.
Bye, girlfriend.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Love Candace Mack. She's so awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, everyone in the chat just going off and off about about Juliet. Juliet is pathetic. I think Juliet will die soon. I think a lot of people hope that her character will get written off, just because, I mean, she's causing a lot of like chaos, but I think it's deserved. Like, I think Kane deserves everything that's coming to him. And like I said, I actually think that he's lucky if Juliet would want to date him.
I agree.
It's like, Kane, you're like the least eligible bachelor in the world. You have like, you know what I mean?
He lost his job.
Yeah, right? You're jobless. You got 2 kids that hate you. You got an ex-wife that you cheated on, or she's not even an ex-wife yet. And then you got a baby mama drama. It's like, or you have another lady pregnant. It's like, oh my God, Kane.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know, when you think your life is bad, just think about Kane's life.
Yeah, and it's such a small town. I mean,
Right? Oh, right?
No, it's not like, you know.
He's like, I got blacklisted. Well, it was, you know, all people had to do was being like, did you hear about it? Did you hear about it?
Yeah.
And that's as far as Genoa City goes. I'm just kidding. That's so funny. But yeah, no, I think, and I don't even know what's going on with Zach and Kane. Did you pick up on that? Like, what's that whole deal? I was a little confused with that.
I didn't know exactly what was going on between them, but Zach, I kind of figured from a couple weeks ago that he was hiding something and he was actually bad. Because
He's a bad man.
Yeah, well, I think last week when he was, I think it was last week or the week before, he was talking to Abbey, and it was when Abby's mom, you know, Ashley came around. They were all talking, the 3 of them, and he went and he took a phone call, and he was really shady about it.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, huh. And for a second,
Wait, I think that was the scene that I was in.
oh, okay, well,
Yeah, the underground when he went and took that phone call. Yeah, I was in that scene.
And he was being really shady about it. And then when it happened again, and we actually found out that, you know, he was like, yeah, go ahead and do it. I was like, okay. This guy's
Who are
bad.
you talking to and why?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's up to something. I mean, some people said maybe he's an undercover cop. I don't think so. It seems more like he's bad. But then I thought, like, when Tessa first saw him, that she was unhappy to see him, and she was all, like, nervous. But then she, like, went to him for help with her sister. I mean, there's a lot to talk about. So I guess we'll talk a little bit about that right now.
Well, I almost picked up on the fact that maybe he was either a family friend who maybe she was just fearful of him, not fearful of him personally, but fearful.
Knowing her story.
Yeah, exactly. And so she didn't really want to associate with him in a new place where she didn't want people to know about her past. But I picked up on the fact that whatever call he was making was definitely related to the sex ring.
Oh, we got a caller.
I mean, there's a lot to talk about. So I guess I'll talk a little bit about that. Well,
Hi.
Hello?
Oh, yeah. Turn your stream down or you're going to hear us in the background because we're a little bit on delay.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
cool.
Hi.
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 What's your name and where are you from?
I'm Brittany Duran
Hi, Brittany.
Hi, Brittany. Thanks for
from
calling in.
Bakersfield, California.
Oh, nice. California girl.
Yeah, same as us.
This is the Collins for Young The Restless, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This is the Restless Wrap-Up.
Okay.
We're talking everything.
Well,
Young
my-
and- What was
My
that?
thing I wanted to talk about was about the Nick and Chelsea scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And I want to know, like, if Victor will, like, try to, like, break them up because they're so good now. They're in a good place.
Yeah, that's the vibe I got, was that it was too good and that something was going to happen and it might revolve around Victor.
Well, I think Victor at this
Yeah.
point just wants to ruin Nick's life, and he wants to show Nick that if you're not on my side and you're not a Newman, your life will be hell.
Yes, like loyalty is his thing, yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why the ending scene was him kicking him out of the ranch. Like, this is my property. You don't get to live here. You don't get to have daddy's club card. And in some ways, he's right, but he's being a bit, like, over the top about it. But Nick can be like a little boy sometimes when he doesn't get what he wants. And what he did for that on that show for his mom's concert was so wrong on so many levels. It's like,
Definitely.
you know, I know his heart was in the right place, but
Yes.
It was definitely wrong, but Victor, if he didn't want him living at the ranch, he could have at least said, hey, I'm going to give you like 2 weeks. Get your stuff out of here. Not, you know, hey, I'm going to come home and my stuff's being moved.
yeah. So yeah, no, I definitely, to answer your question, I definitely think Victor is going to try to mess up Nick and Chelsea. I don't know if it's going to work, but that steamy sex scene, that was quite a scene. So it's not working so far.
Had they ever said that they loved each other before that?
I don't know, but they like, I don't know, it was like
yeah.
preloads.
Oh,
I
they
think
had-
they
okay.
did. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was like, I love you. I do
It was
too.
so-
It's like, okay, enough with that. Okay, we get the point. So yeah, no, I don't think it's necessarily working, but I think Victor is trying to break them up.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for calling in,
Yeah.
Brittany.
Yeah, thank you.
It was
Okay,
awesome
thank
chatting
you.
with you. Take care, babe. Thanks for calling in, Brittany. So yeah, I mean, everyone's saying I didn't know Tessa had a sister. Andre, I think Alex is the mystery woman. The mystery woman is Christine. That is a possibility, but I don't think so. Well, that would make sense if Christine was a mystery woman if he is an undercover cop.
Christine's the cop that we
Exactly.
saw.
We
Yeah.
have another
Yeah.
caller.
Oh, we're gonna get collared out. Yay!
Yeah. Hello.
Caller, you're on the line.
Hey, what's up, Abby?
Aw,
This is Jacob from Texas.
Jacob.
Hi, Jacob.
Hey, Rachel. And Rachel, by the way, you do a really good job because I watched last week with Abbey wasn't there, and you did a really great job, by the way.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thanks for watching.
Jacob's the bomb.
What storyline are we talking about right now?
We were actually talking a little bit about well, let's move on. Let's talk about Nikki and Jack in their
Yeah.
romance.
What do you think about that?
That romance I'll remember because I've been watching like for a really long time because I'm like an old dinosaur. So I kind of like it, but then I kind of don't like it. But I like it in the sense because I'm worried that Nikki is gonna go back to Jack because not Jack, back to Victor because she always does.
Yeah.
It's like it's always the same thing over and over. But I'm liking it for now, but I'm hoping they stay with it more, because here the past couple of years she's always kind of got mad at Victor and then goes off and then gets
goes back to him.
Victor.
Yeah, that's the
So
cycle.
It just gets really irritating. So it would be nice if they're going to do the whole Jack thing for them to go with that, because they always start in and then they back off. But it's just really, really kind of annoying. And then I was going to say one thing really quick about the whole Nick and Victor storyline. I actually do kind of like it, and yes, it's over the top, but Nick has always piggybacked off his dad. I know he's rich, and that's what like rich families do, but like it's so annoying. I'm glad that Victor's finally getting into him, because it's like Nick doesn't have his own house. He's always either lives in the whatever house he's at now, and then he's always at the house of Sharon, which is all Victor's property and not any of his. And he's like, what, like 30 or 40 something years old, and he doesn't have a house? What's up with that?
It is true. It is true. He definitely, like I said, he definitely does piggyback off of his dad, and he doesn't really have loyalty to his dad at the end of the day. He'll stab his dad in the back, and it's like, I think in some cases, in all cases, it's like with family, it's like all family fights, but it's like, keep it within yourself. It's like he always has to badmouth his dad to everybody. So I think that Nick will learn a lesson, but I think for now, Victor just needs to lay off, like let Nick do his own thing, let him have his money separately. I mean, and he should have his own house that's outside the ranch. It's like enough with being like, because you don't want to be a Newman, you don't want to be this, well then, okay, then separate yourself from your dad.
This is kind of going off a little bit, but they're saying in the chat how on Thursday's episode, Michael Mooney's Adam Newman's theme song was played, and that hasn't been played since the air quote since he was killed in the car accident.
Who?
Adam.
Ooh.
That came from Turtle Slayer.
Oh.
Yeah.
So they're saying that Adam's may be coming back?
Yeah.
A prelude? Wow. Yeah, it's a possibility. There were definitely, they were very hush-hush when I was on set. I can't say why, but they're like, don't take pictures, don't do this, don't do that. Don't worry, guys, I have a little behind the scenes for you. But one of the days that I worked, they didn't want any kind of social media, and it might have been because of that. Or I know that they just announced that there was a special guest, Wayne something. He is on Seinfeld. He was on Seinfeld.
Oh,
he played,
interesting.
Did he play Wayne on Seinfeld?
Wayne played
Are they?
I'm like, no,
They're
he
so creative
he
with their
played,
names.
no, his name is Wayne. He played something else on Seinfeld. I don't know. I didn't, but Jacob, you're amazing.
Are they like
Thank you for
3 months ahead?
Yeah, they film.
As far as, like,
They film about a month and ahead. So whatever I filmed this past week will probably air in like a month. But I've been on the show a lot frequently, so that's why I was on Thursday's episode. But Jacob, thank you so much for calling in and being such an amazing supporter and always sharing your feedback. And we adore you. I adore you.
Thank you, Jacob.
Okay, I just wanted to say really quick before I let somebody else call in. I'm really gonna miss your perspective on things, because you were always the one like that was looking into the chat and making us feel like we were a part of the show. So I'm really glad that you joined the show, because it's been fun. And I know you're not going to be gone from anything. You're just leaving this show, so we'll follow you on social media and keep up with you in that way. And I just wanted to tell Rachel that I'm going to continue watching the show, and that she does a really good job. And I know it's kind of difficult because she's a new viewer, but she's really getting the hang of it.
Oh, thank you, Jacob. And I definitely love having people like you on the show and in the chat. So thank you for calling in, and I look forward to seeing you in the chat again.
Yeah, you're forever our digital co-host,
Yeah,
Jacob.
always. I'll look to you for the things
Okay.
I don't know.
Love you, mean it.
And
Thanks. Have a good night.
you too,
Night.
Jacob.
See, you guys make this show. You are our digital co-host, and I loved making the show interactive. When I took over, I knew immediately. I was like, this show has to be interactive because these fans have been watching this show, like Candace Mack and Jacob and Terrell and just Turtle Slayer and everybody, Demo. You guys have been watching the show forever, and your point of view and your opinion is like everything. It's like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'm like, I love chatting with you guys, and you guys give me perspective that I wouldn't even have thought of. So yeah.
You guys make this show fun.
Yeah, they make the show. So yeah, and Rachel will definitely continue with the interactive and the chat and everything because you guys are her co-hosts, okay?
And-
But yeah, he played Wayne Knight. He played Newman. Yeah, so that was released. So I think that was the spoiler that they didn't want leaked. And actually, in the official first look, Yahoo first look, you can't see me, but I'm like, you can see my blonde hair in the background. Like they actually took like a screenshot from one of the days that I worked. So
That's
I'm
awesome.
100% sure that was why, not because of Adam. Because my mom was like, "Oh, it's because they're bringing Adam back. That's why they didn't want any photos or anything." But I think it was because Wayne Knight is going to be making a guest appearance as Newman, and I was in those scenes once again in the underground. But thank you guys for calling in. But yeah, we're gonna continue with the storyline. I want to talk about Victoria. Oh my God,
yeah.
did she let loose or what?
So I don't even know what to say about her right now.
And she like totally had a one night stand. I'm just like, Victoria? Is this the same Victoria? It's like she's dancing. She's like having one night stands. She's being like promiscuous and sexy. I'm like, this is like, maybe she really hit her head hard.
And it's like we always hear the little ringing in her ear, and that's when it flips. And to me, it seems like it's happening more often now than when in the beginning she really wasn't. She was hearing a ringing, but all it was doing was distracting her. Now she hears it, and it's like something flips in her brain, and she becomes a different person. My husband Joe was saying that he thinks it might be her brain swelling, and that they'd have to actually do something to fix that, to fix the problem.
Yes. Wow. Yeah. Hey, hubby Joe,
Yeah.
that's a thought. There's definitely something that does it that they're not telling you yet
Yeah.
that she has. It's something because it's not normal. The way she's acting, her kind of getting loopy and like dizzy and then hearing the ringing, something's going on for sure.
She's literally acting drunk each time this happens.
Yeah, without drinking.
Yeah.
Even though I think she was drinking it in the underground. But yeah, I mean, I kind of like this Victoria, but I definitely think something is wrong with her. And I definitely sense that Billy is getting really jealous. Phyllis even sensed it. And it's like, I just don't know. I think Billy and Victoria just need to get together. I think it's inevitable. I feel so bad for Phyllis. Just Billy's heart's with Victoria.
And even Victoria, her heart's obviously with Billy. I mean, she got, during that one night stand, it came up later that one of the things she told him was that she wasn't over her ex.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just sounds like that's the direction they're going with the storyline anyway.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
they're using Benjamin to get them back together. Because even Phyllis and Jack are using Benjamin. They're like, trying to kind of not extort him, but they're just like trying to use him to kind of get back at Billy or get back at Victoria. And it's just like, seriously? How many people does it take to just say that like Billy and Victoria need to be together?
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just feel bad for Phyllis because she really cares about Billy and she's going to get hurt 110%. But Demo says Phyllis is so insecure in her relationship with Billy since she's threatened with his connection with Victoria, as she should be. I mean, Billy has a really strong connection with Victoria. He has 2 young children with her. I just think that that's too much for sexy Phyllis to compete with.
Yeah. And that's really, to me, the relationship with Billy and Phyllis is just a sexual relationship.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like they have a deep emotional love or relationship together. Even when they just seem like they're very different. And here's the thing too, is that work can tear people apart. And Victoria and Billy, they work together, so they understand what their job is like.
Yeah.
So it's almost like it would make them a better match anyway, because they're both in this stressful environment together, so they'd be more understanding.
Yeah, it's just inevitable. It's
Yeah.
going to happen. Victoria and Billy are going to get back together. So it's like, let's just have that happen now already, you know? Everybody's saying crazy stuff. Victoria pregnant, please no. Yeah, I don't know if it's Victoria is going to be pregnant, but there is something definitely going on with her. So I guess we are going to see what happens with that. And with Dina, I think they're going to regret very quickly having her come work at Jabot.
Yeah.
Like, bad idea.
It was
She's
a
already
terrible-
like, it's like, you know, you were tentative to even have a relationship with her, and now you're bringing her into your workspace. I just think it's going to be a train wreck.
And I almost wonder, I'm starting to really think that Graham is assigned to her because she has dementia or Alzheimer's, and that that's what they haven't revealed yet. Because everything he's saying, ever since she started, you know, basically not remembering things and thinking that Graham was with her when he wasn't, now I've been paying attention, like, extra carefully to what Graham is saying, and it just, he strikes me as maybe, like, you know, someone who might be working for some kind of facility, and he is assigned to her, and she's his patient, and he has to watch over her because of the issues she's having.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that it's like dementia or Alzheimer's or something like that versus depression. And I think they're going to find that out and be like, now how are we going to get her out of our workspace? Because they're already panicking and going into panic mode, and it's going to get worse. And I think they're going to realize that something's seriously wrong with their mom when they work that closely with her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just hope, once again, that's another storyline that's like, okay, let's speed this up a little bit. What's really the storyline that's really taking off is the whole Crystal and Sharon tracking her down. It's like, what is going on with that? Is it a sex ring? And how is now Tessa involved? And it's her sister. It's like, wow.
And the love quadrangle that's kind of happening.
Oh, yeah,
between
yeah.
Tessa, Mariah, Devon.
Yeah. And shout out to
No-
this Sammy girl, this girl, Sam. She writes to me all the time on Twitter, and she always asks me, she's like, do you think that Mariah and Tessa will be together? And my answer is, I think that would be an awesome storyline, and I think that they're going to touch on it, but I think they're going to keep Mariah with Devon, and I think they're going to keep Tessa with Noah. I just think they are. I just think that that's where they're going to go. They're going to, like, maybe touch on the lesbian, but I don't think they're going to have a full-fledged lesbian storyline. I just don't think they're going to do that. Do I think it's a great storyline? Yes, but I don't think they're going to go there all the way.
Yeah.
That's not right. They're not going to go all the way there.
Well, and it's funny, too, because at first, to me, it seemed like both of them were interested. Now, it almost feels like Mariah is much more interested than Tessa, and Tessa's kind of backing away. So I don't know what they're going to end up doing with that, but I definitely think that everything going on with Crystal is definitely coming before all of that. And I think that maybe that's part of, you know, what's keeping Tessa. I know she's with Noah, but maybe that's just keeping everything with Crystal in her past is keeping her from being able to realize what she really wants to.
Yeah, no, exactly. And Tessa has, like, way too much going on right now. Her sister is Crystal. She knows that she's involved in this sex ring type thing. I don't know if she's going to be honest with Sharon about that. You know, she told Zach, which doesn't really make sense to me, but all of that's going to come together somehow, some way. But I think that's a really interesting storyline, and somehow Sharon's going to be a part of that, and Scott's going to be a part of that, and maybe they're going to figure it out together. They're going to team up and figure it out. And yeah, and I don't know how Tessa is involved other than it's her sister. I don't know.
I really want her to tell
Sharon.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I was like, tell her.
Yeah.
Why aren't you telling her?
I mean, I kind of get it that maybe she comes from such a bad background that she's fearful about mentioning it to anyone. But I really want her to tell Sharon and get that out in the open.
Oh, yeah. Well, guys, so we have time to do our segments and for me to say goodbye and for Rachel to do her segment as well. We're going to jump to the segments. But yes, to answer your question, Chris, this is my last Restless wrap up with you guys. I'm going to miss you all. But like I said, you guys can keep in touch with me on social media. If you're not following me, you guys can follow me at Abby Scott 1. And yeah, you guys are amazing. I will definitely keep in touch with you. And like I said, I was on set of Young and the Restless this week, and I got some behind the scenes footage, so I'm going to show that to you guys as much as I could get, considering that they were literally saying. So this is kind of the hallway where you walk. So that's the scheduling, and this is kind of like behind the scenes. This is the actual set. It looks really dark. And I think that's like Jabot's office. So that is Lily and Kane's place. Well, Lily's place now. And this is Crimson Lights. So you guys can kind of have to see how they set it up.
Such a far commute.
Right? I know, they're right next to each other. And this is them kind of doing the scenes. There's Ravi there and Dina. Kind of like they go over. They have so much dialogue to remember, so they kind of hold their scripts in their hands and kind of like read the scene that's coming up, because they can't memorize everything right off because there's like lines and lines of dialogue.
Do they ever have to memorize it then for this, or is it always they just take it off the page like that?
They just take it off the page because they have so many scenes. But actually, Ravi was making jokes, or Abni, that's his real name. He was making jokes because he literally had one scene. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna be here for 15 minutes, and that's my work day." It's like that is the life of a soap star. So to answer your question, yes, I want to be on The Young and the Restless, and hopefully, that was Robert that you just saw go by. That he is the makeup artist. And this is, they're just prepping the set, they're prepping all the props. So much amazing crew goes into making this all happen. As you can see, that's kind of like behind the scenes, or off the set that the camera just went. And they all are looking at their scripts, trying to retain as much of the dialogue because they have to learn so much. That's Brandon, the stage manager. One of the stage manager. This is at, there's Scott right there and Mariah. That is at Underground, and there's me doing my little boomerang when I wasn't supposed to be taking any photos, but I was taking photos. So it's a little bit. I tried to do it, but they, like I said, it was a very hush-hush week because they had Wayne Knight, but since they announced it on Yahoo First Look, then there was nothing else, but I guess he is making a cameo, and he is known for Newman, playing Newman on Seinfeld. But I love, Ravi is very handsome. And Ravi and Michelle Orway said that they would come on the show. So if they ever follow up with me and they actually come on the show, Rachel and I will have them on the show.
That would be awesome.
I love you, Demo. But let's move on to the LOL moment of the week. And I'm going to let Rachel do this. I'm not skipping this one because it is a great LOL moment of the week.
I was waiting for it. So, of course, speaking of Ravi, who brings a surfboard into the workplace? That's my LOL moment, because not only does he think that he's going to bring a surfboard to a lake, but he decided to bring it upstairs into an office building all the way up to Jack's office where he was going to show off the surfboard. So, yeah, that moment had me cracking up.
That was very funny. Like I
Yeah.
think like that was like the best of the LOL
That was the
moment.
best,
It's like,
yeah.
why do you have this surfboard?
I just got it from my locker. Hey guys.
Go into the lake.
We're
Oh,
going
we
to the
can go
lake.
tomorrow. No biggie.
Yeah, I'll just go put it back in my car because I've got a car that fits surfboards.
I'm only gonna break the door bringing this in and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely like
Yeah.
or WTF, LOL or WTF moment. So instead of doing my last segment, I just want to talk to you guys and tell you how much I adore you and thank you guys for being a part of my journey here on the Restless Wrap Up. I want to thank everyone in AfterBuzz for making this all happen. You guys have all been so awesome, and thank you for being my digital co-hosts. Shout out to Steven, our producer here. Yeah.
Yes,
And-
Steven. You know you're there.
He makes this happen. So
Yeah.
we should all like give like a virtual hug to Steven. And yeah, everyone's like that boomerang. I love the boomerang life is real. But I like seriously, Demo, Candace Mack, Aaron Brody, everyone, like Jacob, you guys have been so supportive and kind to me. And I hope to continue my journey on Young and the Restless because I feel like I have such a bond with Young and the Restless. It's like come full circle, like meeting Christoph and him having me, like bringing me up to the casting and having me be a part of the show that my mom and I used to watch when I was growing up was so surreal. And the fact that I can't believe it's been so long that I've been like on the show. It's like on and off for like 8 years. That's not aging myself because like I was like 20 something when I started. But yeah. So I hope to definitely be, a part of the Young and the Restless in a bigger way. And thank you guys for having me be a part of the Restless Wrap Up. Love you guys so much. And because it's our theme, I'm going to leave you guys with a little bit of love you mean it because I love you mean it. Demo, love you mean it. Abby will miss you. Mwah, I love you guys. Aw, Aaron
Bye,
Brody.
guys. And we'll miss you, Abby.
Oh, thank you.
Who am I gonna do the Genoa City Playhouse with?
I know. Oh, yeah, right.
I'll read the lines to myself.
Yes, she will continue
Yes.
to do the Genoa House. Yeah.
One man show.
Thank you, Andre. Thank you
Bye,
guys so
guys.
much for watching. You guys are awesome. And you guys better keep up with me. Abby Scott won. Straight shooter, love polluter, never be a hotel loser. You just missed the point. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for always being supportive with the Restless Wrap Up. You guys know where to find me. And Rachel?
I'm at on Twitter and Instagram at Rach Goodman. And I'll also be on the Ray Donovan Show on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific time if anyone watches Ray Donovan and wants to check me out on there. Have a great night, guys.
We love you, mean it.
Yes, we do.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.